Hello YouTubers and welcome back to Go Figure Customs YouTube channel. If you caught my last video, it was akin to a train wreck because it started off with my dog puking on the couch and then me breaking one of the figures while I did a review on it. So like I said, I haven't had one that had a bum joint in quite some time, so that was kind of a disappointment, and it kind of set the tone for the review of the figures, unfortunately. Also, the helmets did not fit on the figures very well, so I was really disappointed in that set. I have not taken the time yet to soften the joints up to see if it's to like finalize my review on those, to say skip this set or get it, just because I really want to get into all the sets of the figures that I have, but to do that I really want to review the figures, and I'm going to do that as I take them out of the package, because that just seems to be the best way to do that. So, as that last video was a set of 3 guys in the box and a single gal in a single box, so is this one. Kind of the sci-fi military set again, with the exo armor, which I really like. We have, this one is Skeleton Forces Double Sickle Squad. So the Skeleton Forces, you may remember, were the guys, I have them here because I took some with me to South America. Just unpack everything. I don't want that to spill. That's going to spill. I know that's going to spill. I shouldn't leave that there, but you know what? I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to tempt fate. I'm getting the stink eye from my wife from leaving that.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going to end up on the floor.
My Pelican case full of figures.
Oh, good. That should go well.
Yeah, it should go fantastic. So this was the original Skeleton Forces figure, right? With the red face there, and he doesn't want to stand on the soft tablecloth I got here. And then, you know, there was the gal too, and she also went with me to South America. So we've got a continuation of the Skeleton Forces. And as I mentioned in my last video, it occurred to me recently that the naming on the figures, that I think a lot of these are actually on the same team. They're just different factions of the same team, which I think is really cool. That there's actually more, you know, there's like 2 or 3 maybe main teams on this, and then there's like smaller teams or factions within those, in that line. That's kind of the downside of maybe the packaging and the marketing, is it doesn't really say, you know, like G.I. Joe, it's like, okay, hey, this is G.I. Joe, and then like, hey, this is Tiger Force, and hey, this is Night Force, and hey, this is the Python Patrol, and hey, this is Cobra, and hey, this is Destro's forces, separate from Cobra, where that was really readily apparent on the packaging. It isn't with this, so, you know, it took me a while to catch on, maybe just because I'm like overwhelmed with how cool these figures are. But, you know, like I said, that last set of figures, man, the gal had metallic hair, which really set the tone for that figure. And then the helmets didn't fit on this last batch of guys, and then I had a joint break straight out of the box. So I didn't really finish the review on that either. If these guys have stiff joints, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to heat them up off camera, so I can at least do a decent review of these guys, because yeah, I was just too annoyed with the last pack that I didn't even think to do that until after I had finished editing the video. So let's jump right into the Skeleton Forces Double Sickle Squad. Packaging is, again, the clear window box. Sorry, I'm just watching my dog since she puked on the couch in the last video. I just want to make sure she's just grabbing a bone to chew on. So, and then one of the other dogs puked on the floor just before, because I gave him some Taco Bell, because he and I went to go to Taco Bell, and I gave him 3 chips and he puked on the floor because he has a real sensitive tummy. So, hey, you probably didn't need to know that. Anyway, window box. Again, cool for mint on box collectors because they look really cool on the shelf. Maybe not so cool if you were one of the people that really liked the stackable plastic tubing that came with figures earlier in the year and last year, because that is an awesome way to display figures. I don't personally use those. And I have a huge collection of those now, so I'm not really too sad to get rid of those or to not have more of them, because I feel like I'm wasting them, and I refuse to throw them away because they are so cool and useful. It's just I don't use them. I do like the artwork that they're putting on the box, and then the logos on the side. The packaging's pretty cool. I don't keep it. All this stuff's gonna get thrown away anyway. I really dig how they like the sandwich style packaging on these though. Because what you do is you lift off the tray, the top tray, and then flip over the bottom tray. Here guys, you need to move off camera. Go sit over here. And what you have here is 2 trays of figures. Sorry, this really isn't working tool, is it? I really need a better setup somehow for reviewing figures, because this feels like half-assed even for me, and that's saying something. So, all right, but I like the style of packaging because it's like fun to unpack for me, because I take the lid off of both of them, and then I have 1 tray of figures and I have 1 tray of gear. I don't know, it's fun. What we have in the tray of weapons, we have 4 helmets, 3 guys, so I'm guessing 1 helmet is different than the other 4, or the other 3. Let's have a look here real quick. That looks the same, that looks the same. That looks the same. Okay, we got 4 helmets. Oh yeah, here we go. This has a metallic blue finish on the top, whereas the other 3 are black finish on the top. My prevailing theory on why that is your one guy with like the blue helmet would probably be your leader. As an aside, that metallic blue is the same metallic blue they used on the Blue Falcon figure. That was a single card. I say single carded. I don't really, a single boxed figure that came out last year. That would look really cool with that particular figure. In fact, that's probably where that helmet's going to go. I want standardization between my guys, so they're all going to have the black helmet. Here's the weapon. There are 3 of these. They all look the same. So it's black with a little bit of like olive drab highlighting on it. It's kind of hard to capture on that. I'm losing my natural light here. And then I've got the kind of the tactical shotgun there. So those are your main, well, I say those are your main weapons, but oh man, this came with a weapon that we haven't seen before. Look at this beast. That is pretty friggin' awesome. I don't know if that's supposed to be a rail gun or like a plasma rifle or what the hell that is, but that's pretty fucking cool right there. I like that. Nice big. It's solid. It's not bendy, so you know it's not gonna like be like meh, wavy when you get it out. And then in our we got our little foot locker here. I love these little foot lockers. What do we have in the foot locker? And if you watched the last video, you watched me try and open this from the wrong end for like 2 minutes. So paying attention this time. In this one, we have 2 fists. So we got 1 fist in the last set. We got 2 fists. There's a set of joints and 3 pistols for everybody. 1 pistol for everybody, sorry. So I'm going to set those aside and we'll come back to that. We're going to work left to right again. I'm going to try not to break joints. If, as I said before, if these are stiff, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to heat them up and soften them up before I finish the review. And no, these seem pretty good. I don't think we'll need to soften these up. Well, oh no, that's just not pointing the right way. All right. So I'm still gonna say, man, if you pull these out of the packaging and they're even, they don't move just like slightest. If you can't move them with one finger just real easily, stop right there. Don't break them, man. Don't break them. These are expensive figures, and you only got one extra set of joints. And it's nice that they come with extra set of joints still, but you know, you're gonna be sad if you break one, because I'm sad that I broke one of my last ones, but I'm also sad that the helmet didn't fit either. And that was the set I really wanted to like because I really like the color scheme. All right, so let's see how the helmets fit on him. Oh yeah, these fit on there perfectly. This is beautiful. I really need a better camera. Need a better camera.
I don't think that's what you need.
Vetoed on the new camera again, guys. You know, I need a sponsor for this channel is what I need. I need Joy Toy or Locker Toys to sponsor my channel. Anyway, this is a beautiful figure. The sculpt is pretty much the same that we've seen on previous figures of this style. Again, it's just amazing. You know, we keep getting the same figure over and over and over again. They just keep repainting him. And that was one of the things I just absolutely hated about Hasbro. It's like, oh my God, it's another fucking repaint. But the paint apps that they are able to do with them just blow me away, because I know it's the same figure over and over again, but the just giving it a different helmet, and I think the helmet's is not even a new one. But the fact that they can make this look like a completely different figure with just the paint job that they do is phenomenal, because it really is just the same figure that we've had in previous sets. But the paint job just, man, I don't know, man. I even though I hate Hasbro for repainting stuff, I fully love Joy Toy for doing it, because you just can't tell because of how decent the paint job is. And I'm going to give him this big, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I love it. All right. Helmet's a little loose on the head, but that doesn't surprise me. I would rather have that helmet be a little loose and fit than not fit at all like it did on the last set of guys. So let me... And he does have a knife on the right, on the left leg, sorry, that is removable. And again, we have a holster on the left. This set came with a different pistol than the other guys. The last set came with that Glock style frame. And this one came with the one that the gal came with, it looks like. So there he is with that weapon. Man, that is a beast. I love it. And I do like the color scheme on this. It's kind of a darkish gray camo with the silver and dark maroon accents. I like this set. I wanted to like the other set more, but man, I don't know, man. This is pretty cool. So let's give him his pistol. Oh, no. It is not the gun the gal came with. All right, it's not the Glock frame though either though. All right, so it is one of the thinner ones. It's not a Glock style frame, is it? Boy, I need my glasses. No, it is a Glock style frame. It just has sights on the top that kind of threw me off, and then it's got like a tactical light on the bottom, sculpted onto the bottom. I know it's really hard to see on this. I don't care what camera I'm using, unless I'm using a macro lens. You're not going to get the detail on these weapons. I mean, like I said, I need my reading glasses to really see the detail on these weapons. The $64,000 question is how well it stays in the holster, though. And that answer is not very well. I don't know why they can't figure out these holsters. Well, okay. No, that went in there pretty well. But yeah, like any of the older Joy Toy figures, I don't know that most of the pistols have fallen out of my Joy Toy figures, my older Joy Toy figures, from like the SEALs and the airborne guys and the special group guys. Most of those guys are missing their pistols. I was gonna replace them anyway, but they just fall out. But man, yeah, all right, I really like that guy. And again, it is from the Sickle. This is a double sickle squad. Yeah, double sickle squad, which is part of the skeleton forces. So, yeah, I like that. All right, let's get the next guy out. Each one has a unique head sculpt. I say unique head sculpt. It's different than the guy in the next to him in the packaging. These heads look pretty familiar. I'm sure that we've gotten these with other figures in the past. They are not doing new head sculpts for every figure that comes out. All right, joints are pretty good on this. I'm not going to heat him up because his joints are nice and soft. Although their guy in the package has a unique head sculpt. I have not seen that head before. All right, he's gonna get one of the black helmets. Helmet fits on really well, as you can see there. Kind of one of the things that I would like to see maybe with these guys is a way to, you know, they've made the carabiners that like actually hold stuff. Is some carabiners on these exoskeletons to like hold the weapons that they don't have, that they can't hold simultaneously. Not really enamored with the guns that came with them. They have better weapons out there. These aren't horrible, but there are other weapons that they make that I like better. And as much as okay, there's a really cool, like, it's really, and you're not gonna be able to see this, like Jolly Rogers logo. No, it's not the Jolly, it's sort of Jolly Rogers, because the Jolly Rogers is the skull and crossbones. So it's not Jolly Rogers, but there's a skull with crossed swords underneath it. And it kind of looks like a vampire skull too. So it's got a really cool tampo on both shoulder pads that I didn't notice on that first guy. So here's just little things like that with just new paint. Even though it's the same figure that we've had previously, it doesn't seem like it. All right, so yeah, the weapon's not too bad actually. Once in hand, I like it more than I thought I would. He needs a pistol. Let's get him a pistol real quick. And watch me not open this wrong. There we go, see? I feel like an idiot after I edited that last video. I'm like, open it from the other end, you idiot. Open it from the other end. I'm like, this guy's an idiot. I'm like, oh wait, that's me doing that. All right, so the holster does hold the pistol really, really well. So hats off on that. And it does look like a green, almost like a gray-green camo on the pants. So the paint job on these are just phenomenal. So that is the second figure. And the exoskeleton goes around the wrist, and then has the joints at the shoulder and at the scapula in the back. It clips into a waist belt. There's joints joints for the exoskeleton at the hips and at the knees, double jointed on the knees, and then it clips around the ankles. And it moves with the figure super, super well. Nothing else does that. Nobody else has Marauder Task Force makes that exoskeleton that like the clips on into the figure, but it hinders the articulation a little bit. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying it's different. But this moves with the figure. This does not hinder the articulation at all. It really kind of adds to the aesthetic of the figure, honestly. So there's your second guy. I'm really digging this set. And the third guy, he does have a unique head sculpt. I haven't seen this head before, and I'm not kidding, man. That looks like Lando fucking Calrissian right there. I'll bet if my best friend saw this figure right now, he'd be like, Lando is in a Joy Toy. They're making a Lando Joy Toy figure. I need that figure. And he would go crazy to get this head. But yeah, it looks like kind of a, I'm going to say, yeah, that looks like Billy D. Williams right there. And you're not going to see him anymore because I'm going to give him his helmet. There you go. With his helmet, and then he gets a gun too. Usual question is, how much do they cost? I don't remember. I pre-ordered them the second they came up. I got them from Locker Toys. Locker Toys always does like between a 5 and 7% discount if you get your pre-order in. They usually give you about 30 days to get that pre-order in. And that's usually about how long it takes them to get them in stock. So as long as you get the pre-order in before they get them in stock, you'll probably get that 5 to 7% discount, which is really cool. The shipping is 3 days from Hong Kong to the United States, which still amazes me every single time, because I can't get something like that in the United States, let alone from overseas, from Hong Kong. And the prices are cheaper versus Big Bad Toy Store. However, my wife, who does the finances for the sovereign nation of Hatchistan, informs me that they charge, I think my credit card might be doing it, they're charging me a currency conversion fee. Since I am buying these from Hong Kong, they're converting my US dollars to Hong Kong dollars, and she didn't have an example right offhand, but she said I am getting charged a foreign currency conversion fee. So keep that in mind, that that will add to your bottom line a little bit. To me, it's still kind of a decent trade-off, because number one, it takes forever for Big Bad Toy Store to get these figures in stock. I mean, you're looking at months before Big Bad Toy Store is going to have these. So you might be breaking equal on the price, but with the currency conversion versus and the slightly cheaper shipping, but to get them a lot sooner and in 3 days, because Big Bad Toy Store is not going to ship them to you in 3 days. It takes them a week to pack the box, and then however long it takes them to ship it to you. And that's usually at least a week, if not more, to get stuff from Big Bad Toy Store. So if you really want stuff quicker, to me, it's worth probably breaking even on the price. I can't say for sure on that without doing the math. I'm thinking about, there's another set of figures that I don't have yet, the kind of Warhammer looking guys. They're out. I might do an experiment and see how much they are through Big Bad Toy Store and how much they are through Locker Toys, and how much my currency conversion fee costs, and then seeing what kind of ballpark in that there. So I'll look at that in a future video to kind of give you a better idea of what really is the better price. It's been my experience that people want stuff fast, especially in this day and age, especially thanks to Amazon. So if you really want these figures in hand, Locker Toys is going to be the way to go, hands down, each and every time. So that's the three guys for this particular set. Not really much else to talk about that, other than the fact that there is a new head sculpt on this guy, the third guy, and I'll be damned if he doesn't look like very Lando Calrissian from The Empire Strikes Back. Kind of maybe a little younger than Empire Strikes Back, but definitely older than Solo, standalone movie. So let's have a look at those guys there. And it's kind of hard to focus with these guys. Let me flip the camera here. Hang on a second. All right, we flipped the camera there. So let's see if we can get a decent video of the figures here. Ooh, pretty cool. I like this set. I really wanted to like the other set more, but I don't know, man. The dark red with that silver and those kind of grayish green camo pants. Pretty cool. Definitely worth picking up. All right, let me flip it back. Because we aren't done. If you remember, this was actually a set of 4. Because we've got the single boxed female gal, whose name is Helen. Just Helen.
Helen?
Helen. It's
Oh.
Helen. That's not even taped. The gal from the last set had 2 names, but this is just Helen. Real cool box art on the back. Double Sickle squad on the side. Oh, excuse me. I had Taco Bell today. I think that's what made the dog puke too. Alright.
Well, at least we know the Taco Bell won't be sponsoring you anytime soon.
Yeah, Taco Bell will not be sponsoring me anytime soon. So what comes in the package? We've got the gal. She has short hair, so that means she's got a removable helmet instead of an interchangeable head. And the helmet fits on pretty well. So yay for that, because that last set kind of really irritated me. Her pants are definitely more of a green than a grayish green like the guys are. Does she have the tampo on the shoulder pads? Yeah, she has the like pirate tampo on the shoulders, which is pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of female figures just in general. So having a sci-fi military female figure is just awesome for me. The gun she comes with is the gun the females have been coming with. It's a little thinner, got that kind of compensator on the front, and then the like racing sights on the top. And if it's the same holster, it's going to fit in there pretty decently. No, that one doesn't fit in there very well. See, it's just hit or miss on these holsters. Because yeah, that's not going to stay in there very well. I wonder if we did it in reverse, if that would fit in better. If we did a cross draw. No, that doesn't. Oh, that is like kind of the one thing I've not seen Joy Toy like really nail yet is functioning holster. Marauder Task Force has it down pat. Even G.I. Joe's got a pretty good handle. Hasbro's got a pretty good handle on it, but it's really hit or miss on the Joy Toy figures. So I mean that's kind of a sad thing because just how awesome the rest of the figure is. I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker by any chance, by any stretch of the imagination, but at the same time, it's like, and as quickly as they have addressed other flaws in their figures, like the hips, for example, they've really gone out of their way to fix some of the flaws in their figures, but they still haven't really nailed those removable holsters yet. And then her weapon is, I'm not sure if we have one of these or not. It kind of looks like a combination between a saw and a sniper rifle, which is kind of cool, kind of weird, but kind of cool at the same time. Not very sci-fi-ish. The scope kind of has a sci-fi feel to it, but the rest of the weapon definitely looks like a conventional style weapon. And you know, it's not a deal breaker again, but it is a military science fiction line, so it is kind of nice to have a little military in there as well. So that's the gal there. Really cool, really worth picking these up, I think. Definitely a cool set there. All right. That's about all I got for the yeah. And she said she had double Sickle Squad as her unit on her box, whereas the gal for the last had something completely different as well. But that's about all I got for this video. Please do that fun social media stuff like liking the video, sharing the video, subscribing to my channel, and of course commenting below. I always do try and answer comments. I know I've been away for the last couple months just due to work, so the content I haven't added much content, and I really haven't had the opportunity to get back on and respond to comments to everybody. But I sat down this morning and responded to everybody that had not as of yet. Extra pair of hands. She came with an extra pair of hands. When they send 2 pairs of hands, one joint in one hand will go up and down, and then the same hand. So let's say if we look at the left hand, she'll come with 2 left hands. So one will go up and down, and one will go in and out. So they'll have reverse joints on that. That's why you got 2 sets of hands. It helps with your posability. I don't usually swap out those hands, and if you are going to swap out hands, I highly recommend heating those joints up first. You don't necessarily need to, but actually I would on the females, because the pins are a lot thinner and smaller on the female arms. You're going to pull a pin. You're going to break a hand pretty easily swapping those out. So invest in a $10 hair dryer from Walmart. It's worth it, man. That's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching. Again, all that fun social media stuff, and stay tuned because I still have probably at least another set or 2 of Joy Toy figures to review. So those will be coming soon. Thanks for watching.